So once again, what has just happened? The customer has just made another decision which comes with consequences. He said, I don't have any prepared funds to be able to put towards the balance, which means I'm gonna have to go with the try to roll it in and higher payment scenario. The stage has been finally set. The expectations are managed, and when I come out with higher payments, I'm no longer causing them to completely flip out on me. This is how you properly educate your client, preparing them for the worksheet. If you've done this properly, when you present numbers the way I'm about to show you, you will have less customers bounce on you, less customers freak out on you, less customers think you work at Kinko's and asking for copies of things. You're gonna have less of those challenges. Now, we're almost to the worksheet. Thanks for hanging in with me. I hope you're enjoying this. Check out the worksheet next. Okay, we're gonna come back from getting the numbers, right? And again, I'm told you in expectation, here's Zach, what's about to happen next is I'm gonna take this information you've given me, I'm gonna put it in the computer. The computer's gonna generate several options for you, including it's gonna show you multiple options with different initial investments, different terms. It's gonna show you what the fair market value of your new car is. It's gonna show you what the fair market value of the vehicle you're selling to us is, and all that's gonna be put in the computer. I'll be right back, okay? So now I'm coming back with the worksheet. I have the worksheet in my hand, people. Okay, check this out. In my hand, I come back with the worksheet. When I sit down at the desk, this is important body language. Check this out, okay? Look at the angle I'm about to show you. When I sit down and he's my customer, I pinch the sheet right here, okay? Just like this. I pinch the sheet right here, and when I sit down at the desk and I lay the sheet down, I do just like this with my hand. Now, when I lay my hand on top of the sheet, you'll see that it creates a natural bend, right? Natural bend on the sheet. What does that do? That allows for me to now set exactly what I'm about to say to him without him being able to see the numbers right away. Too often, what a salesperson does is they sit down and just place the sheet right there, or they sit it down and throw it right in front of the customer. Their eyes immediately go down here. Remember, people are visual, auditory, or kinesthetic. They process through feeling. If I'm trying to talk to you and your eyes are down here, you're not listening to me. I need your eyes here, I need you listening to me, and then I'm gonna walk through the numbers visually. So I pinch the sheet, place my arm down, I look at you and say this. Zach, I've got the worksheet here from the management. I'm about to go over everything with you. If you have any questions or if anything doesn't make sense, I want you to feel free to ask. Is that okay? Yep. Let's go ahead and look at it together. So once again, the language. I've got the worksheet here from the management that I got from the computer. I'm gonna go over everything with you. If you have any questions or anything doesn't make sense, just feel free to ask. Is that okay? He says okay. Why is this important? Okay? Because if you don't get permission from the client to engage in a dialogue on the worksheet, what happens is you present numbers and then you get the staring contest. Or you get the guy who thinks you work at Kinko's and the first thing he says is, can I get a copy of this? Right? Or you get the customer, what I call the ejection seat customer, where they see it and they go, that's not gonna work, and they bounce on you. If you don't like ejection seat guy, carbon copy guy, if you don't like the staring contest guy, if you don't like those kinds of scenarios, the way to offset that proactively is to ask the customer for permission before you present numbers to have a conversation about the numbers. So, Zach, I've got the worksheet here from the computer. If you have any questions or anything doesn't make sense, just feel free to ask, is that okay? He says yes, which means now if there's anything going on, he'll talk to me instead of doing the other three. Now, the numbers. Here we go. Zach, going over the numbers with you, I want to show you right here. The market value selling price of your new vehicle is listed here. Now, the discounts, incentives, rebates, and concessions are listed here, bringing you to the adjusted value price here. Now, the fair market value of the vehicle that you're selling to us is listed here. That brings you to this difference. When you put in taxes and applicable fees, here's the balance you're financing. Now, the computer's generated several options for you with initial investments ranging from $2,500, $4,500 to $6,500, and with different terms here. So with an initial investment of $2,500, your monthly investment can be as low as $759 on 72 months, or as you can see here, if you go all the way out to the $6,500 initial, you're at $668. Out of these options here, which one works best for your situation?
Well, that's gonna be tough for me to put $2,500 down.
Understandable.
And then this is a little high for me.
Completely understandable. Yeah. So what we're showing you here is some of the ways that the computer generated that are going to get you closer to your desired payment, and doing it with the minimal upfront investment that I know you're concerned with. So what I want to do at this point is I'm going to kind of walk through the numbers with you and show you exactly how they can be changed from this and some of the options that we have to get you into the vehicle, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to pause for a second there. All right, so here's the deal. I went through the presentation of the numbers. I'm going to give them to you one more time, then I'm going to get back to the role play here. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe to this this live stream. Catch me on Facebook all the time. Join my group, sellchologyfbgroup.com, if you like this. Share this with a member of management or a salesperson you think would enjoy my content. I am Jonathan with Sellchology. Okay, here's the language one more time. When I go through the language, I'm going to say the value price of your new car. Okay, the value price of your new car is listed here. The discounts and concessions, adjustments, rebates are listed here, bringing you to an adjusted value price of here. The fair market value of the vehicle you are selling to us is listed here. I do not say your trade-in value. It is the fair market value of the vehicle you are selling to us. It's listed here, brings you to this difference, taxes and fees is to this financeable amount. The computer has generated a few options for you. With initial investments here, your monthly investments are here. It can be as low as this to here. Which of those works best for you? And that's the presentation of the numbers. And then obviously when you get into any kind of objection handling, question or concern addressing, that's a slightly different thing, but that's how to present the numbers using psychology. Okay? All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm going to have to wrap this up because I got to get back to doing a little bit more role play with them. Once again, I'm Jonathan Dawson of Sellchology. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe. Check out my YouTube channel at sellchologytv.com. Check out my Facebook group at sellchologyfbgroup.com. Follow me by going to Google and just typing in Sellchology. Reach out to me if I can help you, your dealership, or your organization improve sales by understanding the psychology of selling. I'm hanging out here with Cleveland, with Russ, and with Zach, Mr. Champion himself. Thanks for role-playing with me, guys, and take care, everybody. Bye, Facebook.
Trust me, but it's okay.
You're great, my friend. Okay, I am here with Mr. Frank himself.
Yes, sir.
We're at Schottenkirk Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and Frank and I have been working for the last 45 minutes or so.
45 minutes, yes.
In fact, I greeted you shortly after you had got here, and we had started the process on a vehicle that you had found online.
That's correct.
And so then you had some questions about the math,
Yes.
questions about making the payment make sense, and so you were so gracious enough to allow me to kind of help with that process. And so Frank, I just had a couple of questions for you.
Sure, no problem,
sir. So first question I have for you, Frank, is, you know, in the past when you've bought cars, how have you felt about the experience overall working with different people in the dealership? Have you always felt like they've treated you with respect and explained things really well, or just in general, how have you felt in the past?
In the past, I think my last vehicle was a little bit pushy. It was really a bit pushy on it, you know, and I kind of walked away from the deal. But overall, I've had great experience with different dealerships.
But your most recent past one was not the greatest?
It was not the greatest.
Okay.
Ran my credit before I asked and kind of messed up my credit a little bit. And I was a little disappointed with that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now that you've worked with me personally and I've kind of helped explain things like how your payoff works and explaining the payments and everything like that, how would you describe your experience working with me?
You know, I feel, first of all, I want to thank you for your time and effort, and I feel comfortable, and that's really the important thing. I feel comfortable with the decision I'm about to make on the vehicle. And you've explained to me all the numbers and how it works, and now I feel really comfortable. I can walk away feeling like I made a great deal.
And a great friend.
And a great friend, yes,
and a great
sir.
friend.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, so in the future, if you had any friends or family that were in the market for a car, how comfortable would you be sending them here to Schottenkirk to work with our team?
I'll be telling all my friends tomorrow, you need to come down here and really make a deal over here. You guys did really good with me. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right, well, I appreciate everybody watching this video. I'm Jonathan Dawson. This is Mr. Frank himself.
Thank you, guys.
And thanks. Bye.